Bonjour, everyone. Evening. He has a late one for you. He has a bit of a spontaneous stream for you. Let us know if you guys can hear us all right, as I was just adjusting the settings there. First one to do that wins absolutely nothing after Newcastle won their first win of the game this season. Lovely stuff. We're staying up. The fans won't let us down. Can someone just quickly let us know if you can hear us all right? Because I just had to quickly set the stream up and went live sharpish. So just so you can hear us all before I waffle on any further. That would be lovely. All good, mate. Fantastic. Cheers, everyone, for that. Right then, bonjour, everyone. Evening, Ben. Evening, everyone else. Shout out everyone that's tuned in on short notice. Literally just set this up 5 minutes ago, as I thought, you know, it is gonna get amongst it. Gonna get on it, because I only did a instant reaction for the big first win of the season against Burnley today. Didn't do a watch long or anything. Obviously, wasn't at the game, stuck down here. Had a couple of things on, but now, after 9 o'clock at night, got a bit of spare time in my hands. Thought I'd give it back to you lot. Thought we'd have a bit of crack about what was a huge day for Newcastle, in which we got our first win of the Premier League season, a 1-0 gritty, tough win over Burnley, as you'd expect against the Clarets, but the job's done. The 3 points are on the board, and that's the most important thing. We are now off 20th in the table. We are no longer a rock bottom in the league. Everyone's on 10 points at the bottom of the table. We're on 19th, but everybody is on 10 points in the bottom three. Us, Burnley and Norwich are on 10 points. We are all 3 points off safety. If I just bring up the Premier League table now, 3 points off Watford in 17th, who got beat at home to Man City tonight. Then Leeds are on 15 points in 16th with a game in hand. Burnley and Norwich do also have games in hand, but we'll focus on Newcastle today. What a win that was today. What a win. I can see the mood's changed a lot already in the comments from last week to now, saying, you know, people saying we're staying up. And I love this. Like, second half of the season, we're doing a title charge. Andy Tate special. Second half of the season, we're doing a title charge. Once that January window is done, the title charge is amongst us. We're getting carried away, aren't we? But, you know, big win today. That was the most important thing. You could see how much it meant to everyone. You could see the relief in the stands, the relief from Eddie Howe and the coaching team, the relief from Amanda Staveley and Gadassi in the crowd, and the players as well, like Callum Wilson at the end there, who obviously got the one and only goal, got the winner, punched the air with joy, and was just like, thank fuck for that. Thank God that's over. Dubravka was gone mental, giving it the big in. His first clean sheet of the season, Newcastle's first win. It's huge. It's huge, because we did need to win that today, to be honest. I mean, we really needed to win Brentford and Norwich, to be honest, but it came down to it today. It was very tense. You could feel the pressure. You could feel the anxiety in that game, but we got the job done. We got the job done, and that's the most important thing. We're grinding out the result, and I said this was coming. I said this kind of result was coming, this kind of performance, because we've played well this season. Even under Bruce, I remember I was at Watford away. We played really well. We battered them. We should have been 4 or 5-0 up at half time. Maybe misses a sitter at the end, we don't win that game. There's been many games, Brentford in recent times there, in Howe's first game when he wasn't on the dugout. We should have comfortably won that game. We somehow ended up drawing it. You know, there's been games where we've played well, had loads of chances, and haven't won. Today, we still played pretty decent. We're pretty resilient, pretty solid. First half was awful. First half was lifting. You know, that they needed a goal that game. We got the goal. Half time came at a bad time, to be honest. We didn't want it to come all over them. Second half, Burnley were really bad today. Like, this could be the year that Burnley go down for me. You always think Burnley will probably get out of it with having Sean Dyche in there, the Dyche master, you know, and the rough and tumble of Burnley and battling out results and getting things done. But they were so bad today. They didn't offer anything going forward. I think it was a blessing in disguise for us. Well, it wasn't really in disguise. It was just a blessing that Maxwell Cornet went off. He's their star player. He's their baller. He's their St. Maximin, if you like. He's too good for them. I would say that him going off completely killed all their creative outlet. They had nothing from them. They had nothing. They offered nothing. We kept them quiet, though. I think, obviously, we'll get the player ratings in a minute, but Lascelles and that, you know, they kept Wood quiet. Vidra spurned a good chance, but they didn't really have much to them. They didn't have nothing until Rodriguez came off the bench, scored offside. Thank God for that. but I feel like they didn't offer much and Newcastle did enough to grind out the results. We could have scored more as well. Second half, we had some chances. Pope's made a couple of good saves from the likes of Miguel Miron. But I feel like we definitely deserve that win the day, and what a huge win it is. Like, that 3 points, it gets the pressure off now. The monkey's off the back. Hopefully we can build some momentum and confidence going into the future, going into the next run of games, because it's huge. Leicester, I think we can get something next week. I really do. I'm confident of that. Good record at the King Power. Liverpool away after that's a bit of a different one, to be honest. And then City and Man United at home over Christmas. Probably not City, but maybe Man United. See how they get on in the Ralph. But this just gives me hope, doesn't it? If we got beat today, I'd be well down, me. Like, I'd be so deflated. I was so deflated after the Norwich game. Really deflated after the Norwich game. So I think it was huge to get the win today. Now we can hopefully build from there. Keep your comments coming in. We'll have a bit of crack we use before this soon comes to an end. I mean, what Howe's done with Joelinton is unbelievable already, isn't it? Absolutely unbelievable. He was top grafter again today. He gave the ball away a couple of times a day, but he was still a nuisance. Still did well. Good to see everyone's feeling a lot more positive. Obviously, Southampton drew as well the day with Brighton. Last minute goal from them, from Brighton, from Mopey. So that's good in a way because it keeps other teams in and around us. Things can change very quickly. Like a couple of wins, couple of losses for them, it can change very quickly. Good, I couldn't be there today. Yeah, the atmosphere was unreal. I heard it was unreal on against Norwich as well, though. Yeah, rumours today that Jesse Lingard is Newcastle's #1 target for January. They're willing to make him the highest paid player in the club's history. I'd be buzzing with that. Absolutely buzzing with that. But I think we need to focus on defenders and stuff, to be honest with you. But I'd love Jesse Lingard to come. I don't personally think it would happen. I think he's probably going to go at West Ham. Shelby as well. Shelby, like, the thing with Shelby is I've seen him have 1 or 2 good games like he did against Brentford, but he's been quality in all 3 games since Howe came in, excluding Arsenal. So we'll see the 3 games at home, Brentford, Norwich, and then today against Burnley. He was class. Interesting stuff. Join us on Monday night. We're going to have an FA Cup live stream for the 3rd round draw. So we'll find out who our 3rd round draw opponents are on Monday night. I think it's at 7 o'clock. So come along, watch it with us. We'll see who Newcastle get. Can't get Sunderland because they got knocked out early doors, 1st round. That's a shame. Not sure if we can get Middlesbrough. Not sure. I think they're still in it. I think Middlesbrough might still be in it. Carlisle might still be in it. Quite a few people played the day, so I'm not sure how they went. Listen up, hit the likes, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you. And right then, let's get into the player ratings, shall we? Martin Dubravka, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Didn't have much to do, but did it well. Kept a clean sheet, didn't he? Kept a clean sheet, Martin Dubravka, and that's the most important thing. The Goodmanson shot actually onto the post. The Goodmanson shot onto the post was his biggest highlight of today. And then also from Dubravka is what we've learned from the difference in Carl Darlow is the experience and the voice. Like the strength and personality. Like Dubravka commands his box, reassures his defenders, fills him all with confidence. Darlow isn't really that guy. So good to have Dubravka back in. I would give him a 9 out of 10 today. First clean sheet of the season. Hopefully many more. First clean sheet for Newcastle. It sounds harsh saying first clean sheet for Dubravka because he's barely really played. Been injured the whole time. Javi Manquillo. I'd give him an 8 out of 10. I think we need to stick with this back 4, if not replace Lascelles for Fernandes. But we definitely need to stick. I've got right wing back there off a previous stream. Let's just I'm going to change that because it annoys us. I'm just going to change that right now. Right now, I'm going to change that because I don't want it to say RWB. That's from last season. Right back, Manquillo. Need to keep that back 4. We'll look more solid. We'll look more reassured since Manquillo came in. Yes, he's not the easiest on the eye. Not saying he's an ugly bloke, just professional-wise. He's not the most tactically gifted defender, but he does a job. He's solid. You can have an 8 out of 10. Someone who is very nice on the eye is Fabian Shaw, and he's obviously getting back into the team now after he fell out of favour with Bruce and his stuff at the Euros and that, injuries and that. But good day at the office for Shaw as well. I think the defence had a pretty quiet day, to be fair. But Shaw, big assist for Fabian Shaw. Battled with Nick Pope, forced Nick Pope into the error, got the touch on his head. Wilson with an unreal finish. So yeah, Shaw, 8 out of 10. Captain Lascelles, a lot of controversy over him coming back into the team after Fernandez's heroics the other night. But it kind of made sense because he's a bit quicker to deal with Burnley. He suits if he's going to play anyone against Burnley, he's better, to be fair, because of the physicality and athleticism. You know, I wasn't too bothered about that today, to be honest, with Lascelles coming in. And maybe now it's given him a kick up the arse, seeing how well Fernandez played the other night. Maybe it should be alarm bells that he shouldn't get picked every week just because he's the captain or he guaranteed a spot. He shouldn't. So Lascelles the day, though, he did well. He kept the likes of Wood under wraps. So he can have an 8 out of 10 as well. Jamal Lewis, back-to-back games for Jamal Lewis, that left-back who hadn't played for ages. Good timing from Lewis, good time in the day. There was one chance where he was out of position, but he did very well to get back and block the attempted shot. Can't remember who the Burnley player was, but his timing was very good today, Lewis. He was closing people down quickly. He was a threat going forward. It was another very good performance from Jamal Lewis. Actually, I was impressed with Lewis, pleased with how he's got on. I said when Howe got the job, he's one to watch. He's one who can be improved, who I think Howe will improve. He's been in good form for his country, good form for Newcastle this week. Hopefully he can continue. Jamal Lewis can get an 8. Miguel Almiron, who made his first start of the season, I think. Just take a little refresher. And this kid was everywhere, wasn't he? He was everywhere. He had chances, mind. He had chances. Sometimes he made the wrong decision, whether to pass or shoot. The time he did shot, he just still hasn't got that killer instinct, hasn't quite got enough oomph behind the shot, doesn't quite get his laces through it. But he tested Pope a couple of times, forced a couple of good saves. He was a nuisance. He was getting in areas. He was causing problems. His work rate, again, was fantastic in tracking back. And 6 efforts on goal I've got here. Actually, 1 goal-bound effort, which was deflected over. And, chasing everything all day long. And he got a standing ovation when he got benched off, when he got took off as a sub. So I'm going to give Almiron a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for Miguel Almiron. John Joe Shelvey reborn, the best consistent Shelvey I've seen in years. Like I said, the 3 games at home we've played since Howe took over, he has been fantastic. One of the best players on the pitch, putting himself about a lot more, wanting the ball more, not panicking and just snapping it upfield and snapshotting it and bumping it along. He's actually looking this time. He's planning, he's thinking, he's moving. He's getting around the pitch more. He's looking really good, to be fair. He's still popping shots off outside the box. One of them is going to go in shortly, I'm telling you. Completely won the midfield battle against Burnley today. And, getting plenty of crosses in as well for the attackers, getting plenty of crosses in, wanting the ball back, had plenty of corners where the deliveries were decent. Jones, I'm going to give Shelvey a 9 as well. I thought Shelvey was class again today. I'm going to give him a 9 as well. I'm feeling good today. We're all feeling good. We've had our first win. On the other hand, Joe Willock. That's one where I'm probably going to come back to reality and come back to realism. I'm not rating Willock at all this season, and I'd drop him. I would drop Joe Willock big time, to be honest with you. I'm just not feeling it. Not feeling that at all. 8 goals last season. He hasn't got 1 this year, and he doesn't look like getting 1. Nah, for me, I'm struggling to see what he's bringing to the team, really. He's not really doing enough. He's losing the ball. He's not threatening enough. He's not making them runs into the box. Would you bring in Hayden just to shut things up and free a bit more space for an Almiron or Saint to cause a bit more trouble? Would you bring in Sean Longstaff, who scored a screamer at Watford? I mean, there's not many great options there, to be fair, so maybe you persist with Willock in terms of the transfer fee and the potential that we saw on loan last year. But maybe a kick up the arse for him and a drop for him would be a good idea. He was probably a bit better today, but still, I'm not seeing enough from Joe Willock. Nah, you can have a 6 out of 10. St. Maximin, very quiet first half now, very quiet in the opening 30 minutes or so. St. Maximin started to come into it, seen one or two little dazzling runs before half time. Second half was a lot better, getting on the ball a lot more, trying to make things happen. Got the odd crossing, beating his man on the byline, and started having Burnley defenders on their arse. So that was good to see. Still, you know, you got off to a good start of the season with goals and assists. Have dried up a little bit lately. You know, he loves a goal and an assist against Burnley, but now he played his role today. He came at the game more second half, caused problems, opened up space, had the Burnley defenders twitching also. So I give St. Maximin a 7. Number 7, J7, Joe Linton. We've still got bloody striker there. We'll take that off as well. Why have some of them got bloody things next to them and some of them haven't? From last year, that. Aye, so Joe Linton. Again, rejuvenated. Under Eddie Howe. Dropping deep. Playing bloody midfield. Playing the number 10. Playing everywhere, Joe Linton. And battled hard in the air. Today. Again, grafting hard, closing people down. He did give the ball away a couple of times today where his footwork wasn't as tidy as it has been in recent games. But he's still looking like a beast. He's still looking motivated. He's still looking hungry, looking better. By each game, I think Eddie Howe can really bring a player out of him, like really find out what we've been waiting for with Joe Linton. So Joey can have a 7 today. Number 9, though, Callum Wilson. Keep your comments coming in as well. I'll get back to them once I finish this one, because there was 2 subs in the game, Fernandez and Murphy for Miggy and Maxi. But, you know, they came on late, so there's no point. But keep them coming in. I'll rate Wilson and we'll have a crack. Callum Wilson can have a 10 out of 10. Bollocks. I wouldn't really say it was probably a 10 out of 10 performance, but without his goal, we don't win this game, and it's looking bleak. So for that reason alone, for his hard work, for a finish, that finish is 10 out of 10. That finish is bloody 10 out of 10, you know. And for anyone who's thinking, I thought it was an unreal finish, and he makes it look easy. Wilson makes that finish look easy. The keeper spills it, but there's so much pressure in and around him. There's so many Burnley players in his way. You know, there's people on the line, and he smashes it right into the roof of the net beyond them. And it's a quality finish to get it out of his feet, to get his laces through it and find the back of the net like that. That was an outstanding finish, you know. Really, really top-class finish. And another battling performance from him. Thankfully, he didn't get booked. He's been one booking away the last couple of games from missing the next game through suspension, so he hasn't done that yet, thankfully. But I think Wilson the day, you know, real number 9's performance, battled against the defenders, caused them a problem, and finished when he got a chance. Finished when he got his chance, took his goal superbly well, and got Newcastle the 3 points. That's a 10 out of 10. Bollocks, you can have it. And the last one, actually, we'll touch on Eddie Howe. Now, Eddie Howe, he came under a bit of scrutiny for the Lascelles' decision to bring him straight back in as captain. I understand that after how poor Jamal Lascelles has been and how brilliant Fernandez was the other night. But you probably don't want to unsettle too many players too early on, to be honest, and be dropping captains and everything. So, and against Burnley, like I said, it suits Lascelles' style of play and that. So it kind of made sense in a way. And Fernandez came off the bench the other night, and it was only a few days ago. So Eddie Howe the day. The formation was, I like the formation a bit better now. It was kind of a 4-2-3-1, drifting into the 4-4-1-1. This fucking cunt's pissing me off, and everyone's whinging about him in the comments. So there you go. Block that Man City wanker. So I gave no fucks on this YouTube channel. So Eddie Howe, you know, we got the first win of the day. That was the most important thing. The game plan worked. We stifled Burnley. They never really looked a threat. And we've got the 3 points. We've got the all-important win. And it was great to see how much it meant to him and how much it meant to the backroom staff and everyone else. You know, you could see it was a relief. They deserved it. And we've done it. So Eddie Howe the day. Pick the team. The team won. Clean sheet. Win. Happy days. 10 out of 10. You win a game. 10 out of 10. You don't concede. Fantastic. I see everyone's delighted that I was blocking him. Sorry, lads and lasses, I would have blocked him earlier if I'd have seen it, but I was on the other page doing the banners in the bottom, the players. So, we'll go back to what you've been saying while I've been going through the player ratings. Ooh, I think it's going to be tough to get anything out of Dwight Gale. I think, to use my analogy from the other night, PlayStation 2 sentence. PlayStation 2 for Dwight Gale. Passed it. Don't want to use them anymore. Got a PS5, yeah? I haven't really got a PS4. But even if I've only got my PS4, it's still a lot better than my PS2, isn't it? I'm not going to turn my PS2 on when I've got a PS4 there. What I'm trying to say is Gale isn't good enough anymore. If you couldn't figure that out. Gale isn't good enough anymore. I don't want to see Gale unless FA Cup, yeah. FA Cup third round draw Monday night. Tune into Magpie Channel TV. We'll be bringing you it live. Unless we get bloody Boreham Wood or whoever it is in the third round, then I'll think about playing Gale. But Gale, not quite up to scratch in the Premier League. However, anyhow, doing bits with Lewis and Joe Linton and Shelby at the minute. So hey, let's hope so. I mean, there's going to be a point where Wilson finally gets that yellow card and gets suspended or injured, and we might have to call on Dwight Gale. So hopefully he's working with him and we can get something out of it. Shout out Adita for that donation, mate. Thank you very much. 38 points would do it, I reckon. Like, I think the last couple of seasons, like 36, 38's been kept you up. 28 more points, 7 wins, 7 draws out of 23 games, 8 wins or 4 draws. That is definitely possible. That definitely possible. That 7 wins, 7 draws. Quite hard still, but definitely possible. 7 wins, 7 draws. It's not going to be easy, but it is possible now. It's looking a lot better the day. I'm pushing my hair the wrong way because it's really back and front. But it is possible doing that. I'm keeping the faith now. I think when you look at the league table of the day, it's just the fixtures we've got coming up now. We've missed out on some very winnable games, but depends on what happens in and around with. But yeah, it's definitely possible, and hopefully we can do it. That was a brilliant ball by Maxi. Actually, lovely over the top like that, through ball, and it was fantastic defending by Taylor. Actually, got in the way and stopped Wilson. That was unreal defending. To be honest, that was the only bright spot before they scored. Joe Litton looked great today, and Miggy and Lewis. Yeah, I think everyone's just whinging, arguing with this Man City fan. Definitely a wind up. Just ignore him, man. Just ignore these weird people who've got too much time on their hands. Man City, and he spend his Saturday night watching a Newcastle player ratings. Strange man or woman or whatever it is. Yeah, he could have been. I mean, let's be honest, Fernandez is knee fucking spring chicken. He's 34. So, he might not have been too fit after coming in from the cold off the bench the other night, doing brilliantly. 80% is now 0%. Yeah, so happy days, everyone. Any more quick questions? Get them in before this stream ends. 25 minutes deep. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. That was your player ratings. Pretty much everyone got an 8 or Wilson with a 10 man of the match. Closely followed by Almiron, I would say. Well, a couple of people you could probably give it to. Let us know if you disagree. Who do you think should be man of the match? And what you thought of Eddie Howe as well. Bringing back in Lascelles. But I think it was a job well done today. This was the kind of thing we needed to just do. Ugly 1-0, and it wasn't that ugly second half. We did play some all right stuff. We did create chances, but I think, you know what I mean? It's not a 3-2 or a 3-1 or whatever. We just got the job done. Got the job done today. Beat the team in and around with for a change and put the pressure on and made sure we're still in the hunt, which is the most important thing heading into January. My mate saw Tarkowski on the train going back from Newcastle, got a photo with him, asked him if he's coming to 2, and he said, who knows what the future holds. That's him. Oh, he wants it. Of course he wants it. He just want to play with bloody Sean Dyche in the snow at Turf Moor. I've been to Burnley. Horrible place. So, of course, he's going to want to come to the richest club in the world. He's coming. I tell you that will be our first signing. Way back when the takeover first happened, Ryan said Toonkowski. He's coming, right? Toonkowski's coming. I'm telling you now, he'll be one of the first players through the door in January. Very sure of it. Burnley will be holding with the ransom, even though his contract runs out in June, so he's got 6 months left. They will still hold with a ransom. but because they won't want to sell to a relegation rival. But if the player wants to go, they'll take 15 million for him or something. Before he ends, you wouldn't want to lose him for free in the summer. So Tarkowski's coming to Newcastle, man. Yeah, that's a good point by Alex. Actually, a very good point. I only seen Graham Jones at full time. I watched it and I only seen him at full time, which is a very valid point actually. Because when obviously Bruce was there, all we've seen was Jones, wasn't it? All we've seen was Jones dishing out the orders, and Bruce standing there itching his balls, ordering his Just Eat. Ordering his Taco Bell. So it's good to see that Howe is taking charge. Tyndall's always there as well. Tyndall's there looking lovely today in his nice Castor hoodie with his iPad. So, we've actually got coaches now and tactics. Fantastic. Good times. Tell you what, we'll quickly do. How many points per focus? Since there's 300 people watching right now. Love to everyone that's tuned in. Please like and subscribe as we run through how many points do I think, and get yours in there as well. How many points do you think Newcastle will get before January? So before January, we have got 5 games in the remainder of this month. Leicester away next Sunday, 3 points. I'm telling you, we're going to beat Leicester. Thank you. Liverpool 0. Sorry. Man City 0. Sorry. Man United 1. And Everton 1. So I actually only think in the next 5 games we'll get beat twice. I think we'll get beat off Liverpool and Man City, and I think we'll beat Leicester and draw with Man United and draw Everton. So that means we're going to get 5 points before January. That's very optimistic, probably, isn't it? 5 points before January. I can see why you probably think 1 or 2, to be fair, because many people may think we're going to draw Leicester, beat off Liverpool, beat off City, beat off Man United, probably beat off Everton, or get a draw or a win against Everton. Everton at Goodison Park's always a tricky one. It's always a close game, normally a draw. I'm going to go for that. We've got to stay on. We've got to focus on staying up for now. Sorry, as much as I love a cup run, it depends on the draw. I think if we get anybody that's not a Premier League side, then yeah, smash them and go. Because at this stage as well in the FA Cup, you've got your guaranteed FA Cup weekends. When there's that many teams still in it, there's no Premier League football. So you've got that weekend. You've got that whole week to focus on the FA Cup. So there's no excuse for the first couple of games, the 3rd and 4th round, for us to not focus on it, really. I would make 1 or 2 changes, maybe 3 or 4, but I would, you can still make a good fist of it. You can still have a good go of a cup run this early on, definitely. But start of January, it's tough because the amount of fixtures we're playing over the next 4 weeks as well. Obviously, focus on staying up, but depending on the draw, we can still go for it. Go for it for now. Yeah, well, there's already quite a few transfer rumor videos up on the channel, Peter, so check them out. But as January gets closer, we'll do some more. I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Thanks for asking. Hope you're good. I think you will eventually, hopefully. I think you will. I mean, you struggle with injuries so far this season. Maybe getting him in the right formation as well. Hopefully he finds his form in the new year. Otherwise, it's going to be too long. Maitland-Niles, Nicholas Pepe. I'd probably take a punt on Pepe, but then again, can we afford to be taking punts when we're in the relegation zone? I would definitely have a shot at Ake and Lingard. Yeah. Yes, there was, Jason. There was. No, there isn't any gluten in sight today. I've been eating clean the day, Tony, and been on the water, so no gluten in sight. Not many burps today. I bet everyone wished I did a watch along the day now with no burps. Trippier would have been amazing, saying I'd be buzzing with Trippier. He was 1 draw of Leicester. 15. Cheers, Ben. He hasn't been drinking water the day. Good. Enjoy yourself, lad. 5 points. West Ham fan. 30 more. About right, to be fair. What are we on now? How many points we got now? 7 or... No, 10, sorry. 30 more? Nah, I would need 4. Nah, I would need 30. We need to be 27. 5 is realistic. 5. Shout out Raymond, though, West Ham fan. Must be nice to be a West Ham fan at the minute. Brilliant result for you lot again today. You guys need to go 7 points for Jan, rank 5. We smash Rafa. Yeah, I think we may get Rafa sacked. I mean, the owner came out the other day and backed him, saying he's going to have funds in January or whatever. She's going to have £2 in January instead of £1 in the summer. Could get him sacked. 2 points, 2 points. We will win them all. Imagine if we actually did that. That would be kind of Newcastle United thing to do, that wouldn't it? Go 15 games without a win, then just win fucking 6 in a row, including Man United, Man City. Love to see that. 4 points, here's Ash. 3 points off the Mersey Mackems. Beat Leicester and Man U. Them would be 2 results that I'd happily take. I don't care. I'm actually going to Anfield for the first time this year, going to Liverpool. On that Thursday night, never been. Fully expecting to get beat 4-0 at least. But if you talk them fixtures coming up, there's a gluten. I'd love to beat Leicester and Man U. Man U at home, day after Boxing Day, would be quality. I mean, the atmosphere is going to be bouncing for that one. I need to bag a ticket for that one, actually. Back home for Christmas and that. Take the 5 points. I haven't actually been. No, where is it? Where is that? I'll have to have a look on NUFC's Twitter or something, I suppose. Haven't seen that. Good to see the team in the dressing room united, though. Cody coming in January, I think so. Yeah, it'd be quality to see Cody and Talkhouse, to be fair. I'm confused at this one. I've seen that this morning, saying Emanalo's turned we down, or have we turned him down? I haven't heard any developments on that. I've seen that this morning, but I don't know what I'll make of it. I'll have to look at that further. But good, to be honest. I think Emanalo would have been perfect, so I'm not sure what's happened there. Whether we've turned him down, he's turned us down, or whatever. But yeah, right then. Shaw's Twitter for the team photo. Well, I'm just gonna have I'll have one look at that then, and I'll wish us all a good night. As we'll be back on Monday night for the FA Cup 3rd round draw live. So make sure you tune into that one. Where's bloody Fabian Shaw's Twitter? And we'll see who we get. We'll see who we get on Monday night. Why can't I get Fabian Shaw's Twitter? Can't see it anywhere. Nightmare. Trindini from Birmingham. Oh, here we go. What bloody Fabian Shaw's things like that for? What's his... He spelled his own bloody name wrong. Fabian Shaw on Twitter's SCHAER. What's all that about? Let's have a look at this. Oh, that's a quality photo. Look at Tyndall right in the middle of it. He loves it. That photo is actually quality. Where's Howe? Oh, Howe's at the back with Saint. Oh, yeah, I'll get that up for you, because that's a shout by Ben to get that involved. Let us just share the screen we use, and we'll finish off on this, because I feel like we should enjoy this moment together. Fucking hell, you'd think we'd win the league or something, didn't you? We're just about staying up. Wait there. Let us have a look at this. Let us like it. Actually, fuck it. I'll just go on the thingy. We'll do this because I think everyone deserves to see this. If you haven't already, you probably already have. You probably already have seen it. But in case you haven't, let's just rejoice in this lovely photo of the boys after the training ground. After the match of the day. Look at that. This is actually quality, to be fair. Can you all see that? Oh, that's lovely. We are Newcastle. Look at Miggy and Joe at the front, man. That's how much that means the day, though, isn't it? That's how big that is, to be fair. I mean, you wouldn't have thought that was after a 1-0 win against Burnley, would you? You think we'd got to a final or we'd already stayed up, but I'm all for that. I'm all for the team being united there, the lads being together, showing it's a big win. It shows how much of a relief it is, shows the pressure that's off a little bit now. I mean, the pressure is far from gone. We're still in the bottom 3, but in terms of the pressure of getting that first win has now been lifted, and everyone's all smiles and can go into next week. Now the training ground will be bouncing on Monday morning. Everyone will be looking forward to the work ahead and looking forward and confident against Leicester. You can take momentum and try and build into Leicester. Look at Murphy. I love Howe and Maxi at the back there as well. Tyndall. Looks like he's on a fucking night out, Tyndall. Class. There's the boys. And hopefully those are the boys that keep us in the Premier League. Exactly. Imagine the scenes if we just got to a bloody League Cup final and won the league. There you go. I hope you've seen the photo. Glad I got on screen. Shout out Ben for that. Quality photo, quality day, all round. 3 points Newcastle, win on the board, off the bottom of the table. Everyone's on 10 points. Newcastle, Burnley, and Norwich in the bottom 3. 3 points off safety. Watford in 17th. It's going to be one hell of a ride. The roller coaster is well and truly on the road now. It's happening now. It's up and down. Prepare yourselves. But like I say, hopefully we can take things into the a big game next week against Leicester. We'll wait and see, yeah. At least we can smile now, though. We've finally won after 15 games. The monkeys off, we're back. Can we be the first team in history to stay up after not winning in 14 games? Time will tell. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. Let's see. Got January to come as well, which is a big bonus. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good night, Ben. Shout out everyone that's tuned in. Love for the comments. Love for watching. Subscribe. Smash that like button. And we'll see you later. Enjoy yourselves. Got to get the enjoy yourselves in there. We just want to play a game of football, man.